The Trump administration warned against responding to retaliatory tariffs during closed-door negotiations with Chinese officials. According to reports from the scene, Jeff Zeleny, CNN's senior national civil affairs correspondent, is reporting on the developments of this situation from the White House. The Trump administration warned China about the negative impact tariff increases could have on the economies of both countries and urged a response through private negotiations. However, it seems that these warnings did not have the desired effect. China has raised retaliatory tariffs and is not responding to America's demands. Currently, the United States is imposing tariffs at a rate of 145%, while China is demonstrating its stance by setting an upper limit of 125%. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has repeatedly and publicly warned China, and consumers and investors in the United States are concerned about the economic burden caused by tariff increases. Meanwhile, within the administration, a conflict of opinions has emerged among economic advisers such as Kevin Hassett and Peter Navarro, resulting in divergent positions on tariff policy. While Peter Navarro supports the imposition of aggressive tariffs, other advisers maintain a stance that prioritizes American consumer protection and overall economic stability. President Trump insists that in order to have direct talks with China, China must first initiate contact and request a call. The Chinese side, despite warnings from the United States, has set the tariff increase at 125% according to its own interests and diplomatic principles, aiming to avoid further escalation of tensions. Economic experts, as estimated by the Yale Budget Lab, forecast that this imposition of tariffs will result in an additional burden of $4,100 per year, or approximately $400 per month for the average household. These figures are expected to have a direct impact on consumer confidence and spending patterns, going beyond mere numbers, and are increasing overall economic uncertainty. The Michigan Consumer Confidence Survey recorded the second lowest figure since 1952, a significant signal that warns of a contraction in consumer spending and economic instability. Market reactions have been varied. Immediately after the tariff announcement, the Dow Jones Index surged by about 650 points, indicating a positive reaction in the short term. However, subsequently, both the stock and bond markets exhibited volatility and lacked stability. This tariff increase is also significantly affecting the global IT and electronic supply chain, and considerable difficulties are anticipated in finding alternative sources. The repercussions of the trade war are not confined to the conflict between the United States and China, but are expected to bring about significant changes in trade negotiations with over 90 countries worldwide. The European Union, EU, is also emerging as a central force in trade realignment, as it seeks to break away from the US-led trade order by redefining its relationship with China and exploring cooperation with other markets. Diplomatically, China considers the demands of the United States as mere tools of pressure, while the United States is similarly waiting for China to initiate dialogue, resulting in rigid communication channels on both sides. Experts warn that this situation is likely to lead not only to short-term tariff conflicts, but also to a reshaping of the global economic structure and long-term changes in the investment environment. Overall, the United States and China are confronting each other based on their different political systems and economic strategies, which will lead to complex economic challenges such as rising inflation, consumer anxiety, and a decline in investment sentiment. In conclusion, this trade war marks a significant turning point, not only in terms of short-term economic shocks, but also in the long-term reshaping of investment, technological competition, and international cooperation. This has been ChoWorld. If you subscribe and like, you'll receive high-quality news faster. Thank you. Please note that this is not a recommendation to buy or sell.